Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. My friends over at Talkpod have sent me a GMRS transceiver to review. So I want to take a look at what is inside of the box and then do some more testing after that. We'll take a look. We get what appears to be a programming cable, and there is a big fat USB connector on there, so that must be where the chip is. It looks like it has a standard K connector. Oh, that's nice. It feels pretty good in the hand already. I haven't even put the battery on. It looks great. We'll take a closer look at this when we get you overhead. I just want to get the stuff out of the box first. Nice battery, USB-C charger port on the bottom of the battery. That's fantastic. It also has a charging cradle, so it's the best of both worlds. Belt clip for all you belt clip fans there like me. I'm a belt clip fan. That is a serious lanyard. Where's this go? I am digging this so far. So it comes with a USB-A to USB-C cable. And then this is this is an AC plug into your charging base. And I gotta say, the charging base is quite big compared to the size of the radio itself. It also comes with a USB charging power supply. That's fantastic. And one of the most important things you're gonna need for a radio is the antenna. No matter how good the radio is, if it doesn't have an antenna, it's not a radio. That's good. That's a good size. That's a good weight. Feels good in the hand. It's nice and rounded over on the edges. All right, let's get a look over on the bench. All right, and now it is time for a closer look. Here is the desktop charging cradle that I was telling you about. Input 100 to 250 volts. Output is 8.4 volts at 350 milliamp hours for charging. And if it is blinking red, then it is unable to charge. If it is steady red, then it is charging. And if it is steady green, you are fully charged. It has an indication here that it has a center positive barrel connector, but I see 0 barrel connector. So this is probably one of those off-the-shelf things, and you can probably put a barrel connector on the back of it. Might be easily modifiable to plug directly into your 12-volt power supply. Standard K-type, fantastic. And then no indication of what the chip is inside, but we can take a look at that later. All right, here we go, the Talkpod, the moment you have all been waiting for. Oh yeah. Get that screen out of the way, and there was already a little bit of smudge underneath. I feel like it wasn't pristine, it wasn't new. Let's see.
Channel mode.
Oh wow. Did you hear that?
Channel mode.
It's not the Baofeng Lady, it's a totally different person. And we're in channel mode, so at the top it says GMRS 01, and at the bottom it says 462, 562.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, nice.
8, 9, 10.
This is fantastic. Okay, so the top button appears to be a monitor button. And it gets very loud.
On.
The bottom button is FM radio.
Korea's going to make third base on a being off. Gosman here early today. Where they chased him in the ball.
Okay, so you have to turn it off in order to get it to stop. I hit PTT in order to get it to stop, and then it came back on as soon as it felt like it. But you can push the button again to turn it off again.
12, 13, 14, 15. Menu.
Menu, Roger beep. Let's turn that on real quick.
Confirm.
It must only be able to hear the Roger beep on your side of the conversation. Nice. Transmit power high and low. Squelch settings.
Squelch.
So 9 different squelch settings.
Squelch. Confirm.
And then you can change your frequency in different
Frequency
steps.
step.
2.5. All the way up to 50. Nice.
Confirm. Frequency direction.
Frequency direction, so that would be your offset.
Cancel.
Okay, so it's an automatic offset or a manual offset. CTCSS tones on receive, on transmit. Memory channel, so you can save memories, obviously. Why would you need a programming cable if you couldn't save memories? TDR, transmit A and B, MDFA. So what to display on the screen? MDFB. So the top and the bottom, what to display, the frequency or the channel. You can pick either one for those. Receive DCS, transmit DCS. You can scan for CTCSS tones.
Cancel. 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 Cancel.
Apparently you can't scan for CTCSS tones.
Confirm.
Channel names, you can edit the channel names.
Confirm.
You can delete channels.
Confirm.
So that is RXN tail. We'll take a look at the manual in a little bit.
Confirm.
I'm just having fun right now.
Delete confirm.
And I just deleted a channel. That was fast.
Delete channel. Confirm.
There goes another one. Channel name, scan add, scan DCS, scan CTCSS. So these buttons here, the up and the down button, you go up to go farther down the list and down to go farther up the list. And that's a typical overseas thing. For us over here in the States, that seems backwards. I would want to go down in the menu. So I push the up arrow. So I'm at menu number 20. I push the up arrow and it goes to 21. Technically it's correct. It's just awkward. It's like that natural scrolling on the touchpad on your laptop. It's just awkward. Tail phase. Nice. You can shift your tail phase.
Confirm.
Okay. Repeat RL, S code, DTMF code, DTMF ST.
Confirm.
Tone, PTT LT. I guess that's lag time. Vox settings, Vox delay, voice priority. That looks like it says encryption. We'll check in the manual here in a bit. Timeout timer, wide or narrow, BCL.
Confirm. Busy lockout.
Busy lockout, busy channel lockout. Nice. So we don't have to stay on a busy channel when we're in the middle of scanning.
Confirm.
Okay, so some of them have help, some of them don't.
Confirm.
I feel like that's an all or nothing thing, not a half thing. You should do it all.
Confirm.
Save.
Save mode.
Super mode, deep mode. I want deep savings.
Confirm. Save mode. Confirm.
All mod. Doesn't tell you what it is. Send sound, send code.
Confirm.
On site. PF2. So that's one of these two side buttons, most likely, or the top button. And then what you can program it what you want it to be.
Menu.
So you can program it for search, for weather, for scan, for transmit power, or for radio.
Confirm.
So that must be this button here. PF2 long press. You can have a short press and a long press of the button. That's nice. Gives you extra buttons. PF3, the top key is the orange one at the top. ABR.
Confirm. Confirm.
Voice, that would be the voice prompting.
Confirm.
I like the voice prompting. He's a nice guy. Beep prompt. Menu exit time. Auto lock. Power on message, logo, or voltage. Yep, those are your only two choices. Language English.
ANI code.
Code, how nice. And that was set to 11, but I don't know what these are. We'll have to take a look in the book to see what they are. Instructions. A choice of no choice.
Confirm.
Oh, scan that real quick. That's nice.
Confirm.
So you're only a QR code away from the instruction manual, assuming their website's up and running. Reset VFO or all.
Initialize. Confirm.
No, I'm not sure I want to reset.
Menu. Initialization.
Initialization. How nice.
Confirm. Menu.
And there's the version. And we're out back to the beginning of the menus. Excellent. Let's take a look at the user manual. Very tiny text. I guess they're trying to save on paper and ink. The specifications are so small you can't read them. Just in case you didn't know how to screw an antenna in, it says spin. When you put the battery in, it will click. So far, it's relatively readable. It is a bit tiny, I must say. I realize they're trying to fit it into the box. Let's see if we can figure out what that ANI was. ANI function, there it is. Yeah, so your documentation for the ANI function is you can turn it on or you can turn it off, and those are the settings. So the user manual is not very complete. There's not a lot of information on here. Oh, troubleshooting, but it's not troubleshooting, it's phenomena. Irrelevant communication or noise is heard on the channel. Analysis, you may be interrupted by radio using the same frequency. The radio may be set with no signaling. Solution, change the frequency or adjust the squelch level. Set signaling for all member radios to avoid interference at the same frequency, and change the signaling settings for portable radios at the same time. Some accessories you can get with it, a belt clip with the button on the back instead of the actual clip, so the button's on the radio and the clip stays on your belt. So what they did with the user manual is they tried to make it fit inside the box. I get that. I get that it's trying to fit inside the box, but maybe make it tall and open on the side, and then you have a whole page to work with. Or maybe format it a little bit and make it a little bit thicker. Choices. Lots of choices, lots of options. So far, I'm pretty happy with it overall. What I want to do is I want to scan. The screen was off. The screen looks beautiful in person. I like the way the screen looks.
Menu.
Where is scan? I see no scan on the front buttons. We have a Radioddity GMRS radio and the Talkpod A36Plus sitting side by side. To give you a size comparison, they're about the same size. This one is ever so slightly smaller in every dimension. So smaller battery, smaller thickness, bigger antenna though, that's nice. Outside of the battery, I'd say they're almost the same size. We're outside and I want to compare what these things look like in daylight.
Frequency mode.
So there is daylight on the Talkpod, and then we can compare that to daylight with no backlight on the Radioddity GM30. And then this is the GM30 with its backlight on. All right, so now one other test that I want to do is I want to compare what the audio sounds like. So I am going to put my microphone down here. This is the Radioddity GM30 contacting the Talkpod A36Plus. 1234 4321. Audio. And now let's switch them around. This is the Talkpod A36Plus, as heard on the Radioddity GM30. 1234 4321. Audio. Here is where it gets really interesting. I'm looking at the website right now. This is the Talkpod A36Plus. It is a GMRS ham band airband transceiver. This is kind of a weird area. I didn't think you could do this before until I got to this product and this website. And this is where it gets interesting. So right now what I have, and it's kind of off screen, but you guys know I have this. This is the ICOM IC7100, and then this is the Talkpod A36. And if we turn this thing on, and I change it to frequency mode, and I put it on the national calling frequency, check this out. I'm going to turn the volume up on the IC7100. Kilo, Mike. Oh, a little bit of reverb there. Kilo Mike 9 Golf testing. 1 2 3 4 4 3 2 1. Kilo Mike 9 Golf. So what you heard was the IC7100 receiving this thing transmitting on 146.52. As a licensed ham radio operator, I can do that. I've got my call sign Kilo Mike 9 Golf. It works for me. I also have my GMRS call sign WRNY996. Both of those allow me to use this radio, but this is the first hybrid product I have seen where it will transmit on both GMRS frequencies and on ham radio frequencies. It says it is a 7-band receive. So let's take a look at what that shows up for us. Talkpod's most economical 2-meter is no exception. Military rugged rig offers water resistance and superior ... something. Who knows? It comes in a couple of colors. While we're here looking at the site, you get it in green or black. Or silver. I think the green is pretty snazzy. I like that. 512 channels. Each AB has 256 dual band analog FM ham 2-way transceiver. It says VV UU VU dual watch, so you can. It's got 2 VFOs. You can listen to both of them at the same time. Pre-programmed for ham, true power, VHF 52.5, VHF 52.5, IP54 water jets rated. Makes it sound really strong. 3200 milliamp hour battery, lithium ion battery, part 15B FCC certification. If we take a look inside, it does have an FCC ID. AM, airband, and broadcast FM radio with 20 memories, wide narrow bandwidth. So all the stuff that I showed you earlier. So TX range 136 to 174 VHF, 400 to 512 UHF. So some of this will be outside of your license privileges, so you have to be careful where you're transmitting. TX locked at GMRS bands for USA market. That didn't happen. And receive range 76 to 108 FM broadcast, 108 to 136 AM airband, 136 to 180 FM AM VHF, 230 to 250 FM AM VHF, 350 to 400 FM AM UHF, 400 to 512 FM AM UHF, 700 to 985 FM AM UHF optional. I wouldn't have any way of testing that, so I can't show you, but remember when 900 megahertz cell phones were all the rage and you could just listen in on everybody's conversation in the neighborhood? Display screen. The display is fantastic. Airband receiving. So you can program the different programmable buttons, one for the A band PTT, one for a B band PTT. That's nice. Type-C fast charge on USB. Every detail is good. There is a long list of special functions. Let's take a look at these real quick. Color display, private call. Scrambling can realize advanced private call. Shake dizzy, shake fraud, shake up. Okay. I have no idea what that would mean. Smart frequency breaking, OTA replication frequency, can edit independent identity, ID, and personalized name. Yep. Each channel has a name, which makes it easier to call contacts and groups. Yep. Each AB has 256 channels, maximum of 512 channels stored. DTMF cross-frequency span. MDC 1200 and other call end tones, so you can specify what your Roger beep sounds like. Support Type-C boost charger, desktop charger, 6-unit charger, vehicle charger. They're telling you that this radio supports a variety of other accessories that they have. That's very nice of them. QR code manual, software, firmware, and other files. Yep, we saw that. Reception of the NOAA weather channel, real-time weather warning, and safety travel. Nice. I didn't see a menu option to turn on the weather alert function, but it is nice that maybe it's inside of the programming software, and I haven't found the programming software yet. Memory display mode, channel display mode, password security setup, 3 selectable TX power settings, 1 watt powerful audio output, and clear audio from the 36mm front speaker. Quick recall keys, beep sound on off, Roger beep sound, channel announcement, over 15 hours of operating time. Versatile scanning capabilities, VFO scan, memory scan, programmable memory scan. I didn't see how to actually scan it, dual receive, box operation, PC programmable with optional programming cable, transceiver to transceiver cloning with optional cloning cable, FM broadcast receiver equipped, CTCSS DCS operation, busy channel lockout, battery saver function, timeout timer, BIIS PTT ID, and emergency call. Sure, surveillance function. That's kind of funny. Surveillance function. They're bragging about the fact that they're surveilling you. No, I don't. The manual didn't have a lot of details, so I can't tell you what that is. BNC type antenna connector is optional. It didn't have it. Automatic repeater function is optional. It didn't have it. It did have the busy channel lockout. Transceiver to transceiver cloning is optional. I would need a second transceiver to test that. I don't have one. Direct keypad frequency entry. That's true. DTMF auto dial memories, auto power off, wide, narrow channel spacing. All of that is true. All right, so on this website, I would expect to find the software, blog, user club, POC club, technical club, media, licensing, software, A36Plus EN setup, and the latest update on the software was 5/17, May 17th, so that's very recent. I like that. The Talkpod A36Plus. I've been playing around with this for a little bit this afternoon. I am pretty impressed with it so far. The color screen is nice. The receive audio is nice. The transmit audio could be a little bit better. Maybe there's some settings in there that I could tweak with it. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I did want it to be easier to scan. There are some features that might come about in future upgrades, which would be neat to see. If you guys like what you see here, let me know and I will do some more videos on it. There is still a couple of things that we can take a look at with this, power output testing and how the PC programming software works. There is a link in the description down below for more info, or there is a video right over here you might enjoy next. I'll see you over there. Thanks for being awesome.